The Tale of the Indus Valley Civilization. How a simple boy became the smartest in his village. Long ago, during the time of the ancient Indus Valley Civilization, life was simple and education was scarce. Most people earned a living by farming, cutting wood from the nearby forests, or hunting for food. In a small village by the river, there lived a boy named Andrew. One day, Andrew traveled to the city with his father to sell grains. While there, he noticed a group of children dressed in matching uniforms heading toward a school. Curious, he followed them for a while and watched how lessons were being taught inside the classrooms. Intrigued, Andrew asked his father, "Why are all the children wearing the same clothes, and what are they doing here?" His father replied, "These children are studying, son." Excited, Andrew said, "Father, I want to study too." But his father sighed and explained, "Son, we can't afford it. No one from our village has ever left to study elsewhere. Our world begins and ends in this village. We need you here." Andrew persisted, pleading with his father. Finally, his father agreed, but with one condition. "I will send you to study," his father said. "But remember, you are my only son. When we grow old, who will take care of us if you are far away? No matter what you do, you must promise to stay with us." Andrew thought for a moment and then agreed to his father's condition, determined to pursue his education while staying close to his family. Andrew's father eventually agreed to his son's desire for education and enrolled him in school. Andrew became the first child from their village to leave and pursue studies in the city. Over the years, he worked hard, completed his education, and secured a job in the city. As time passed, his parents grew old. They called Andrew back to the village, asking him to leave his job and take care of the farm. Their small house near the river had also deteriorated, and they needed to rebuild it. Andrew returned home and suggested building a new house farther from the riverbank. His father, puzzled, asked, "Why move? The river is close by, and we have easy access to water." But Andrew insisted, "No, father. I believe it's safer to build the house at a higher location, away from the river." Realizing Andrew's determination, his father said, "We are old now. This is your life. You and your wife must live here. Do what you feel is best." Andrew began constructing the new house on higher ground, away from the village. The villagers thought he was foolish. "Why build so far from the river?" they mocked. "It's a waste of time and money. He'll have to walk so far away just to fetch water. He'll regret this decision." Despite their warnings and criticism, Andrew remained steadfast. Once the house was completed, he faced difficulties fetching water, just as the villagers had predicted. But Andrew was not discouraged. He traveled back to the city, bought pipes, and started installing a pipeline to bring water directly to his new home. Day by day, he worked on the pipeline, despite the villagers' continued ridicule. They whispered among themselves, "He's wasting money. If he had just built his house with us, he wouldn't have needed to go through all this trouble." Finally, after much effort, the pipeline was completed, and water flowed directly into Andrew's home. Yet the villagers still believed he had made a poor decision, failing to see the long-term value of his hard work and planning. Andrew. From foolish to visionary. As time went on, Andrew's life became easier. The house he built on higher ground was secure, and the water pipeline he installed worked perfectly. His hard work and planning paid off, and he no longer faced any difficulties. Years passed, and life in the village continued as usual, until one day disaster struck. A massive flood swept through the river, and the water surged into the village. Homes were quickly submerged, possessions floated away, and the villagers scrambled for safety. When Andrew heard the news, he rushed back to the village to help. He worked tirelessly, rescuing as many people as he could. In the end, the flood destroyed nearly every house in the village, reducing it to ruins. Every house, except Andrew's. His home, built on higher ground, stood firm and untouched by the floodwaters. The villagers, who once mocked Andrew and called him foolish, now saw him in a different light. They praised him, acknowledging his foresight and wisdom. Andrew was right all along, they admitted. He saw the poor before any of us did. Some villagers even approached Andrew with apologies. "We were wrong to doubt you. Please forgive us," they said. In time, the entire village began to follow Andrew's example. They rebuilt their homes near his, away from the river, on safer, higher ground. And so, the boy who was once considered foolish became the wisest man in the village in a single day. Moral of the story: trust your knowledge, experience, and intuition when making decisions that impact your life and the lives of those you care about. People may criticize or doubt you, but circumstances change, and so do opinions. In the end, the same people who once doubted you may come to respect and admire you. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more inspiring stories and interesting content.